basically 1 and 2 always gets a sub to this channel, so I'll be gifting those out in just a moment. But in the meanwhile, let's see where stage 1 is supposed to be. Or I'm sorry, game 1, excuse me.
Yeah, getting these going. This fantastic crocodile, not gonna let a simple dinosaur be his undoing. He's got the crown for a reason.
Dude, we're going back to the Cretaceous era for this one.
Yeah, it's a couple reptiles.
Dinosaur, crocodile, grand finals. But here we go. We got Enzo with the K. Rool out here, seeing what it can do against Yoshi. Now, this is going to be pretty interesting, because this is a matchup where K. Rool is going to tank a lot of damage, not just because of his belly armor, but because of the fact that he's the second heaviest character in the game. In terms of mobility, yeah, Pharaoh's got him beat outright, but in terms of absorbing damage as that forward smash takes the stock, I feel like Enzo is definitely going to have him beat in that department. Like, I feel like K. Rool, if he plays his cards right and utilizes the blunderbuss and the crown properly, can sort of turn himself into a wall, like for Yoshi to have to sort of navigate and approach around. But at the end of the day, I feel like Yoshi is still going to have the upper hand in a matchup like this, just because his airspeed is so good. I feel like if he does it and sees it coming from far back enough, a character like Yoshi will be able to just jump above the crown super easily, or jump above the blunderbuss cannonball, and then just easily hit K. Rool, because he's going to be a sitting target because of that. So we're going to cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now, Pharaoh is already up a stock, easy peasy, and he's looking to already lap K. Rool in percent already, especially with a couple more reads and a couple more grabs. Not looking too clean for the looking too clean for the Crocodile King so far.
Especially if he keeps coming down with a lot of these single hits. That backer will do it, but landing on Yoshi's shield with an unsafe button of down air or even neutral air just makes you eat a neutral air in return. And you gotta play around Yoshi's shield a lot more careful than many other opponents or many other characters. Just the blunderbuss shooting him away.
Yeah.
Some fancy wave bounces that weren't really needed, but they were cool.
There you go. Yoshi was the king for a second, but then the king needs his crown. He will get it back as he respawns, as K. Rool is one to do. There he goes again, chucking out the hat of discipline. Pulling it out for him.
I wonder what that crown is made of.
Probably gold.
Maybe
Or bananas. One or the other. Oh god, he almost gets the
Hard
down air
smash.
to the up smash. That's a clean K. Rool combo if he's able to land that, especially since you can't tech grounded spikes in this game. There you go, the cannonball is out, and beautiful stuff coming out from Enzo right there. He knew that he knew that in that situation, he was either going to get the strong hit of the dash attack, which would have potentially killed Yoshi, or getting the weak hit of the dash attack, which would have at the very least still been strong enough to beat Yoshi's double jump armor, which is why Enzo caused that weak dash attack to actually gimp Pharaoh right there. That was very, very smart on his part. That dash attack was low-key and option select.
K.O.'s dash attack is, like, it lasts much longer than you think, especially since I think it's still a hitbox even as he starts his descent. But
Yes. That was the hitbox he used to kill Pharaoh.
Yeah, it's
The
It's
weak
wild.
hitbox, the second one.
I wasn't quite looking at that kill because I was looking
Might
at
be dead here.
ultimate frame data.
This time's his
great
up smash. Really smart on Pharaoh to just not mash out of the berry right there. Because if he did, that would have comboed into the up smash easy peasy. Instead, he just decided to stay in the ground a little bit longer. Really good matchup knowledge on the part of Pharaoh.
Matches where he doesn't take much to mash out. Those are
he should be dead here. Yeah.
Oh, just a dash
Oh,
attack.
wow! I was going to say, dash attack was such a weird option to pick. Didn't know if it was going to kill or not, and I guess that answers that question. Oh, but the counter lingering forever. Oh my god.
We're gonna
Oh, he's
see
dead. Oh no, K. Rool. Big thick boy, big thick
there.
boy.
Oh, he landed with back air but missed.
Big thick boy. Oh my god. F tilt. Oh no, I thought K. Rool was gonna F tilt for sure.
The
And now
risky
neutral is
move.
reset again, both at like 150%. Oh my god.
And there was that F tilt.
Ball.
Dude, what's the heck?
He literally clapped his nuts.
He baited the out of shield aggressive option with the Crown's returning hitbox and the blunderbuss, and prepared for it in kind.
Wow. Just puts this one out here. It's gonna reset another one, and then just catches the aggressive back air. He thought that That was really good, man. Pharaoh thought he was going to have enough time to be able to land that back air out there, but the little weird hurt box shift of the forward tilt, as well as just the multiple hitboxes out there, is just going to make it for Enzo in that first game right there. My God, that was clutch.
So I looked it up on Ultimate Frame Data because I was curious. K-Rool's jabs frame 4.
Yeah, that ain't too bad.
That's really good. Like, it's one of those moves that's, like, surprising for how quick it is, and how it just kind of works and can combo into stuff. It's a pretty good jab to have as a big body. A quick grounded option. No armor, but pretty good.
Dude, I love this aggression coming out from Enzo right there. He got a blunderbuss. He got a blunderbuss grab, and instead of just back throwing Yoshi off the level since he was towards the right of Pokemon Stadium 2, he forward throws, does a little step dash inward just to like see whatever tech option that he was going to pick if he landed a tech option, and then just ran in with an aggressive grab. I love that. It's sort of the equivalent of like, it's sort of the equivalent of characters like having chill if that up tilt takes the stock. It's sort of the equivalent of characters having like kill back throws, right? But then when their opponent isn't at just the perfect percent for back throw to be able to kill, they forward throw and then wait to see what option they're going to pick as the down B takes out the shield right there and Enzo's first stock.
Yeah, it's landing on a button and shielding. Landing with a button that's plus on shield and then shielding usually is a good mix against Yoshi, because a lot of Yoshi mates will just like unconsciously nair out a shield. But Pharaoh, counter adaptation at its finest.
Yeah, that forward smash. Oh my God, and speaking of forward smash, oh my God, Enzo overextending with a forward smash of the zone. He knew it was greedy, and then because of that, Pharaoh was eventually able to get a hard read with that forward smash of his own. Looking, oh my, he's all over him in the second game. Yeah, I'm predicting what's going to happen here is that if Enzo loses this set, we're going to see the Palu come out. He definitely just wants to see if he can do this with K-Rool.
Yeah, and maybe he can. Oh, okay. Predicting the no match. Got it mixed up. Some good mix-ups on the part of Pharaoh to get out of danger. Oh, you're not getting out that berry.
No, not out of the down tilt.
Not that one.
Not the down tilt one. That not for sure, because they knew you weren't going to have time to react to that one. And here we go, mashing out of the egg. Yeah, using the control stick. You could tell because he was drifting left and right there as he got out of the egg. You can tell he was using the control stick to mash out of the egg instead of the buttons and that's actually really smart, as that back there does take the stock. Yes, it does. And that's actually really smart to mash out of the egg, right, with the stick instead of the buttons. Because if you do it out of the buttons, you're most likely going to mash out of the egg with an aerial. And it might wind up being a really laggy aerial depending on what move you do. That's why I very much prefer to mash out of grabs and mash out of berries and stuff with the actual stick, because at the very least now you know you won't buffer anything you don't want to out of the egg.
Yeah,
there's some beautiful pressure in the corner.
The control stick has, if you rotate the control stick, you will generally do more inputs than you would mashing individual buttons, and as well as not being able to buffer anything. Meanwhile, if you rotate the C stick, it only counts for one input.
Yes, that still holds true. And what else holds true, I believe, is that if you mash out with the buttons, you have to mash out with all of the buttons, like A, B, X, and Y, whatever you can, just by swiping your finger across all of them, because therefore you can statistically hit more buttons faster, and it'll count as different inputs because the buttons do different functions. Which is why the C stick, since it only does, which is why the C stick typically only does one function, which is for smash attacks, tilt attacks, or just attacks, depending on what you have it set to. Is why it only counts as one input, whereas directional inputs with the control stick on the left, those count as multiple inputs depending on each direction. So it's just optimal to mash out with the stick. It really is.
The only thing that makes mashing out with the face buttons a little bit better is because of the priority queuing. You'll usually mash out and then immediately jump, but sometimes you don't want to do that, and it's just dependent on mix-up. So
exactly,
it's just better to mash with the stick, is basically the long way of saying it.
Honestly, yeah, like if you mash out with an input, you might have a laggy one, because as that up air takes the stock. Because imagine if K-Rool's mashing out of the egg and he mashes out with an up air. You know, the move that was intentionally designed to have excruciating lag. Speaking of lag, is this it? No, not timing the up smash properly again. Holding down, holding out for the mash out of the berry again is Pharaoh right there. And it was really smart of Enzo to think that he was going to do something else, since that was the second time he got him with that setup. The down tilt to the forward smash takes the stock. It was really smart of him to go for the up smash in the same timing there, trying to go for sort of the no mix-up, but Enzo didn't really do that. He read ahead of that, and so we kind of got a little bit of a triple mind game on his part going on.
Answer questions in chat. As another just raw S smash, man. Like, I feel like Enzo is used to playing thinner characters because K. Rool's fat body is just getting caught by Yoshi's eyes. It looks like they're extending way further than he's anticipating.
Oh my god, he's getting all these down airs out of the egg, dude.
Big egg.
It's looking like we might have a bit of a download here going on, boys.
His belly is too big. He can't
That it is,
handle
my
it.
friend. That it is. Been definitely hitting on those Oreos a little too hard.
And it looks like Enzo's going to stick it out with K. Rool, at least for this first set. He does have a whole other set to play with. So we'll see what he actually ends up doing. But I did see from the chat that he will be going PS2. So going to be going right back for there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, he's in Grand Finals winner's side. You know, he's got 2 sets to be able to mess around here. He definitely just wants to see. Oh, never mind. Wow.
Just kidding.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say, I thought he was just going to stick it out with K. Rool just to see, like, if he could do it. You know, if he could do it with K. Rool against a Yoshi as talented and as skilled as Pharaoh.
Yeah, he's probably just trying not to sleep, you know, which makes sense. He does have a game in this set. You know, all it would take is to lose this one, and then all of a sudden Pharaoh really turns it on for true finals. So it makes sense.
At the end of the day, you know, it all depends on, like, what one thinks their opponent is going to do, what their personal philosophy is, what they're willing to risk, you know, going through. So I guess, you know, right now Enzo probably just wants to play it smart, doesn't want to risk getting downloaded. But this is the risky thing, though, because now he's down 2-1, right? He's down 2-1 against Pharaoh. And now, what if he loses this set, and then, like, there were 2 extra games for Pharaoh to download the Palu? That might make the second set even harder, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like Enzo's Palutena is polished enough, I think, to survive such a thing.
I agree, but at the... Oh, well, because never mind, I agree. I fully agree. I forget whatever my next point was going to be.
The thing is, I'm thinking
that read was solid.
I'm thinking about Winners Finals, where it was a kind of a quick 3-0 for Enzo. So I think Enzo's probably just really confident with this Palutena. I mean, think about the disparity between K. Rool and Palutena. It's like it's literally taking the training weights off.
It's literally like flipping the tier list upside down.
Yeah, so I would imagine that's probably where we're at right now. But we'll see. I mean, Pharaoh's been playing pretty well and plenty warmed up by now.
Yeah, it looks like the K. Rool might have been a pre-warmer. Enzo had been waiting in France for a while, to say the least. So this Palutena seems to be ready and waiting for her chance to shine. 2 games is a lot, though. There's a lot that can change in 2 games, especially with Pharaoh, who's been kind of on a tear since his final game against
Yeah, he's playing great.
Having 2 stops that game, and probably you could argue should have won game 1 against Enzo. But K. Rool clutch plays are still clutch.
Oh no.
Oh, but it looked cool though.
Yeah, he was playing so aggressive out there.
Cool,
Hit him.
At least it looked cool, but that was actually not an optimal play. Obviously on the part of Pharaoh, since he threw away a stock for it.
Yeah,
just for damage.
Especially because Enzo's still at mid%, and you know that's basically it kind of gives. I don't want to say gives him this game, but it gives him a pretty distinct possibility of winning this game.
That it does, man. Dude, the fact that back air breaks through his armor, that's so good. That is so good for Palu in this matchup. I cannot even begin. Yeah, I mean, Palu already has a bunch of amazing things in this matchup. You heard me talk about it in Winners Finals earlier. But still. And death? Yep.
Okay, he's not DIing that, right? Because that should not work at 130.
No. Optimally, it shouldn't. I guess he didn't want to DI away. Maybe he DI'd in just as a mix-up, but then again, why would you mix it up if, you know, it's not going to work if you just DI away?
I'm going to mix up, do I die or do I not? That's
basically.
The mix.
But at the end of the day, you know, DIing away would make it so Yoshi's off the level, which against a lot of characters doesn't matter too much. But against Palu, shit, man. It's different, man. Palu is just so good at just keeping Yoshi exactly where she wants him to be.
This could be the final game of the night. We'll see what Pharaoh has to say about that. Right now, it looks like Enzo's just trying to end his night out on top, get this first place. I can't remember the last time he entered one of these, but I feel like he probably... I can't remember if Enzo's won one of these. I'm actually going to do a quick look on that real fast. He may have
Much
a while
appreciated, friend. I don't think he's entered too many of them.
No, he did early on, and I feel like he was getting for second or third at that point.
All right, well, we'll find that out momentarily, I suppose.
Yes.
PS2, friends. Ooh, good spot dodge. A weird option. Actually just jumping in and then doing the down B from ground level. It was an interesting mix-up.
Just trying to bait the hold shield because no one ever expects a Yoshi to go for a grab. But instead of grabbing to beat shield, he's just trying to break it. Eggs?
Good roll on the part of Enzo. You can tell he actually hesitated to do that roll a little bit because he didn't want to make it too easy for Pharaoh to be able to react to. He wanted to wait until Pharaoh got a little closer until he really thought that he was going to run up and up smash the right side of the Pokemon Stadium 2 platform instead. Really, really smart of Enzo, man. And this is the thing I love about his Palu that I really feel makes it so polished. Like his fundamentals as a player, as that explosive flame takes the stock. Like his fundamentals as a player are just so good, right? That I feel like it just polishes his Palu that much more. Like Palu is already such an amazing character, but if you have really good fundies with her too, like if you really know like how to position yourself like right to space those forward airs right, you know, whatever options to pick when you're getting red out of disadvantage, if you're reading a tech roll or whatnot, like his timing on just stuff like that every character in the game can do is so good that I feel like it just rewards his Palu that much more and is able to grant these situations where he can just, you know, actually get a much harder punish. Like, we're not really seeing very many Nair strings coming out from Enzo or anything. We're really seeing a lot more, you know, varietable strings. You know what I'm saying? Where he's just going in and he's able to get, like, all sorts of different types of stuff just because he knows, you know, what sort of options Pharaoh has out of getting hit. Like, so many Palus just go for the basic stuff when they get a touch. And he's not doing that. He's just waiting to see whatever it is that Pharaoh is going to do out of it. I really feel like Palu helps show a lot of his true skill as a player, and the amazing thing about that, you know, is that he's not just good with Palu. You know, he has a Joker as well. He's got like a Pokemon trainer, from what I've heard. It's like he plays so many characters at such a good level that it's so interesting to see. You know, and K. Rool of all characters as well. The fact that he took a game off of Pharaoh with his K. Rool is already, you know, huge. So, yeah, Enzo mad good.
Yeah, he actually. Enzo goes back to actually before the start of Season 6. So the last week of Week 5 ended up 7th place, and then Week 1 of Season 6 got 4th. So those are, I think, the only 2 appearances he was in this tournament. So getting this win, going to look kind of nice if he's able to. Not coming out for a little while and also not winning any of those. So could be pretty good for him. Also, you know, Pharaoh's not totally out of it yet. And, you know, win for Pharaoh would obviously be just as nice. So, see what happens.
Just as nice.
Pharaoh's also been on a tear, like on the low.
Yeah, that he has, my friend. You see him trying to go for the single jab down beam mix-up right there, and Enzo somehow able to mash his way out of it.
Mashing roll through all this pressure, but I mean, that fundamental play is really something like hard to beat for any individual character or specialist, since character specialists usually focus on like character-specific tools. So when you go for mix-ups of like jab down B, like those things are great, but you one or two single interesting things won't stop players that are just fundamentally on another level. And that was a great showing from Pharaoh. Do not get me wrong. He played amazing, but the Palutena was another level of polish that Pharaoh can reach, but not today.
Yeah, he played so well against, you know, his worst matchup against a player who's very, 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 very good and fundamentally sound. So, you know, the fact that he was able to bring it as close as it was at the end of the day was still huge. I mean, I know the first three games were with K. Rool, but the fact is, you know, that last game was relatively close too. It's an uphill matchup for Yoshi too. So, you know, the fact that he just didn't get slaughtered is already a really good one in itself. And I know Pharaoh is only going to go up from here, showing his best against Enzo, trying his best against him. Wasn't quite able to close it out against him, as Enzo is going to take this tournament, but it was good stuff anyway, to say the least. Enzo is your DNA.EXE Ultimate Season 6 Week number 11 champion!
Yeah, man, great job to both these guys, and congratulations on your subs that you win for places 1 and 2. They actually do get you some perks that are sort of under construction, but are started, and they grow pretty much as soon as people start to interact with them. So with that in mind, feel free to join the Master Hand Gaming Discord. The Discord link's very simple. It's literally just discord.link/MHG. All the information now, again, I'm just going to give you the warning. Still sort of being put together, mostly because I've been really busy with other projects, but Smash section is going to be renovated. Mario Kart section will help you get you into the right places. If you're interested in Mario, I said Mario Party, I meant to say Mario Kart. Mario Kart section will send you in the right direction if you're looking for that. And if you're curious what I'm even talking about, we do have a Mario Kart event every single Sunday that both Natunis and I are usually casting together, and it's free and open to everybody. So I encourage you guys to check that stuff out if you're looking for Mario Kart action, because they actually attract very top-level gameplay, like very top-level. No meme, no exaggeration, it's actually kind of hype. And then on Tuesdays, we also get another Nintendo circuit. This one's a little bit more laid back. So just keep that in mind as you check these tournaments out. You'll still get plenty of good practice. You'll still learn plenty from the people who are very good at these things. But if you're looking for more Smash, look nowhere further other than Xeno. Our boys up in New York, literally every single Wednesday, they've been holding this Wednesday night down for a very long time. So be sure to continue to support them. And a little birdie told me that there might be a little collab coming up between Xeno and MHG. So keep your ears and eyes open for that. Also, Fusion, every single Monday, very similar to how these brackets are run, thanks to Collision Series, really doing the best job I've seen anyone do running Wi-Fi events. Team's really so good. So be sure to check those out every single Monday. The Line every single Friday, taking the place of Aeon. I do believe that $50 prize pool is every week, so go and take advantage of that. They're giving out the money, go take it. So guys, I do want to thank you for joining me. You both held it down with me for nearly 5 hours, so I really appreciate you guys.
No worries, no worries. I'm glad to hang out. I'm glad everyone in the chat hopefully had a good time. Some mild chat interactions, answering some questions, enjoying the hot evening air, the hot evening Jersey air, and enjoying the company of a Wi-Fi Smash bracket.
My computer is melting.
You're alright.
Oh, we gotta get you out of here then, man. gotta play you off.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It gets hot in my room, but I'll just walk out or open the door or something. I'll find a way to fix it. Yeah, as for me, I had a great time casting this. I love doing what I'm able to do, so thank you. And as well, give me some feedback if you guys like my commentary or dislike it. I know casting is a little laid back for some of the Wi-Fi tournaments, but still, please go ahead and just give me some feedback or whatnot, whatever you guys want me to do. Who just messaged me on my phone? Okay, that's somebody else. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So if you liked or disliked my commentary, feel free to give me feedback. I feel like nobody gives me feedback, if I'm being completely honest. I'm just saying, don't complain about my commentary if you're not willing to tell me what I can do to improve. That's like complaining about whoever's in office when you don't vote. Just saying.
Oh, damn,
that I had to go there. That's just my 2 cents.
That's
and then to shamelessly plug myself, I do YouTube now. I took a little bit of a break just because of some recent events, but I'm gonna be going back into it pretty soon. I got a new Smash series coming out that I am pretty proud of to be able to work on. What else? A lot of other opinionated videos as well, just about various games, Mario Kart, Paper Mario, that kind of thing. Game reviews, probably. I don't know. Cross that bridge when I come to it. You can just follow me on youtube.com/Natunist, twitch.tv/Natunist as well. I don't remember the last time I streamed. I don't plan on doing it anytime soon, if I'm being completely honest. And then you can go ahead and follow me on my Twitter, which I don't use as often as I used to as well, but I'm still most active on that compared to most other social media. So it's just Natunist, just NINTOONIST, that 10-letter word that so many people have such a hard time spelling for whatever reason. And that's pretty much me.
Alright, I guess I'll give my shill. I don't really have any YouTube channel of any kind, because I'm not as cool, I guess, but I have my own Twitter, which is down in the bottom right. That is at UBLSOUL. Caster for not Master Hand Gaming, Nerds, Geeks, and Gamers. We host events in New York called Concrete Throwdown, and I'm looking to improve my casting as much as I can as I develop as a voice. So if any of you want to give me tips and give me feedback on how I can improve besides the whole like thing, I know I say that a lot, any advice is appreciated. You can give my Twitter a follow and DM me. Of course, my Twitter is mostly about esports, and it's about game design and development and all sorts of other stuff like that. You'll see a lot of cats on it, I'm sorry. Right now I'm playing through Persona 4, so if you're interested in that game, you can check out my tweets on it. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, right on. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much, and thank you everyone who's watching, chilling with us even right now. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. And oh, actually, I forgot to mention for the few of you still in here, we will be doing an event on Sunday, but on Saturday. But it's not Smash. It's actually something called Card Saga Wars. Something a little different. It's a Mugen game, so be sure to come hang out. It's really fun to watch. So with that in mind, thank you again for watching, and we will see you next week.